To our global CTKS family, we're grateful that you're here. All of us together make this one of the best communities on YouTube. Here, we use the world's leading indicator of price, the CTKS method, to give us X-ray vision across stocks, cryptos, forex, commodities, and yields. So we can see what the top 1% in financial markets see before the move happens. That's a license to print money and a way to stay safe. Whilst others are panicked, we are calm. When others guess, we stack probabilities. We don't fall for hype or stories, we profit from reality. We know making just 3.5% per week is a 498% profit per year. We are the elite 1% in financial markets. Price moves in waves, so no matter if price is going up or down, please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be dedicated and committed, and never blame. Instead, learn and grow into the best version of yourself. Let's see what the markets are doing today. A couple of days ago, when Bitcoin broke out to the upside, we did this study. Now, this study suggested that when we get a breakout, we typically get a pullback. For example, even a pullback to the actual trend line. Now, what we've seen just recently is that expected action. And that's why I did this analysis for you literally 3 days ago. We've seen the main markets do incredibly well. The S&P 500, the Nasdaq, all breaking out to all-time new highs. It might perplex a lot of people that we're getting this pullback, but these pullbacks are incredibly natural, as is volatility, which will come next. The thesis is still for an uptrend. So long as the major market indexes continue to go up, we anticipate Bitcoin will lead the crypto market upwards. We anticipate positive price momentum to continue inside the crypto market. This is nothing more than a regular pullback, but it will be freaking a lot of people out. That's why 3 days ago I literally said, please keep your eye on the fact that we may come back and retest that trend line. Now, what we need to do is to look far more deeply than just one trend line. We need to understand the market structure of what we're looking at. And we can see right on Bitcoin's price, this 111,300 is very important. We can see that Bitcoin's come down and is literally sitting on structural support at its current price at 113,000. So just bear in mind, this area is a little bit gappy. Now, what does that mean? When you get gaps to the upside, they're wonderful because you can ride price all the way up, but when it gets gappy to the downside, it can reverse just as quickly. That's why you need structure to pin price between specified levels. A retracement back to the 111,300 is on the cards, and if we get that, I would suggest that retracement is complete and then we go for it. One thing to remember, we struggled like hell to get through this 111,300 structural resistance. We've spiked up, we're coming back to retest it. We may not in fact get all the way back down. If that is the case, that is really good news. We might find that it could reverse from here, but we need to keep our eyes on the structural levels, structural passes, structural failures. Masterclass students from the Profiting, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We know that we've got to keep our eyes structurally on 3 charts. Your money chart is the first one, but you look at that last and always look at it structurally. Inside the crypto market, you need total crypto market cap, Bitcoin, and your money chart. Looking at those 3 together is an absolute minimum, and you must look structurally. Let's have a look at how total crypto market cap has been going. These indicators are available inside the method service. So what we can see, there was a critical $3.8 trillion area of support inside the entire market. Unfortunately, there was also that $3.87 trillion area of structural overhead resistance, and there were some more sellers directly above that as well. We did a rejection on the 3.87, nearly came down to the 3.8, were caught by this 3.82, which is a very light level of structural support. Unfortunately, structural failure, and when you get structural failures, you need more and more structural underpinning support to turn price around. That's why these are safety nets. It's also important to contextualize this price action. All that's happening here across the entire crypto market, we're getting a retracement. Just think back to Bitcoin's trend line. Bitcoin broke out of a trend and is coming back to retest. That means that the alts are doing the same thing. But when the alts come down, boy oh boy, do they come down. Now, what does this mean and how do we look at it going forward? The $3.8 trillion area is very important for crypto to overcome, flip to, support, and go for it. The first step is this 3.76 trillion. We must get above here, confirm that as support to structurally target the 3.8. When we get above 3.8, we structurally target the 3.87 trillion. This is the power of structure. You already have your targets. For example, if we saw a failure at that 3.87, we're already immediately targeting the 3.8. Just remember, price is always moving in a wave. It's going up and down between structural resistance, structural support. If we get a structural failure, we target the structural level below that. If that level can't hold it, and boy oh boy did it try to hold it at the 3.8, but it just couldn't do it. It needed more and more buyers to come in to support price, and that's what we've seen recently. So we must first get above 3.77 to create a positive momentum towards the 3.8. We need to then get above there to target the 3.87. Of course, we always do our three-dimensional risk management, and you should be doing that at all times. Remember the rules from the Profiting Masterclass. They'll save your account. Solana had some really good news, and unfortunately it went the exact way of the crypto market. Bitcoin leads, the alts follow. They can't help it. That's just the way the crypto market works. So popping on the structural indicator from the service, we can see that Solana's level is that 199. It is really firm. A lot of people would say, oh, it's the 200 level. You can see there's actually no structure at the 200. It's at the 199. And we can also see around that 202.50, just under 203, there's also a lot of structural overhead resistance. So when we started to lose it in terms of total crypto market cap and Bitcoin, unfortunately Solana was just dragged down with it all. There are levels of structural support playing in here, but Solana will gain its strength from total crypto market cap and Bitcoin. So if Solana was your money chart, if this is the chart that you're putting money into, you don't look at total structurally, you don't look at Bitcoin structurally, you're just going to be guessing. Even though you have structure here, and that's really important to know what's significant inside that chart. And you can see just how significant that 199 level was for Solana. A lot of people, they just trade and invest absolutely blindly. They look at a chart like this and they draw the lines as price prints. We draw the lines before price prints. Retail is told they can only make money in a bull market. That's as price goes up like this. Retail is told to get out when the top is in because they can't make any money. That is also really false. What you see is price just moving in a wave, up and down, up and down. Why does it move up and down? Because there's structural overhead resistance and there's structural support. So price moves into structural resistance and moves down to structural support. Sometimes it requires a lot of levels to capture price and reverse it. The dotted lines that you see on the charts require 2 levels of standard certification. Level 1, that creates the basis, but level 2 is where all the magic happens, including paths. It will take some time to understand, but when you understand Rule 289, the price waves are structurally bound. It's an absolute game changer. Those charts are not moving randomly, they're moving scientifically. The cheat sheet is really important to do. And as you go through the different rows of the cheat sheet, understanding momentum, trend, direction, and structure, you will see some things that you just can't unsee. It makes you the 1%. For example, when we look at row 1, we can see the VIX slightly ticked up, the yields ticked down. Now, what this does, and of course, also on a daily basis, the DXY came down slightly. We saw on row 2 that junk bonds declined slightly, and we got a little bit of a kick up in terms of gold and silver. Gold and silver have been hammered extensively recently. And thank you for all your comments in yesterday's video. Inside row 3, we can see that the S&P 500 came up. It's literally exploded. The Nasdaq exploded. The Dow and the Russell is just saying, guys, don't forget about me. But the issue is, with so much money being pulled into the stock market, primarily from gold and silver, and gold and silver are now starting to just find a little bit of a local base because of the yields and the VIX. That will make people push across to the crypto market in time. And so far, when we look into the futures, they're still positive. So this bit of a retracement inside of Bitcoin, we can see that the Russell is pointing away for the crypto market. But the Russell will finally get the memo and then start to rock and roll. I have a really good song that I want to share with you. It's called Buy High, Sell Low. Now, what does buy high, sell low mean? Buy high, sell low, that kind of idea. It is a really good deprogramming song. I hope you like it.
They say buy low, sell high, but I don't. I buy high, sell low. I buy, I sell low. Lift your hands up
if you know what I mean.
Lift your hands up
If you know what I mean.
It's not just me living this dream. I see green, I click fast, click, click, click. By the time I'm in, that green's past. They say buy low, sell high, but I don't. I buy high, sell low. I buy high, sell low. No plan, no direction. I don't know which way the market is gonna go. CTKS showed me the flow. How smart money moves, now I know. No more fake outs, no more tears. CTKS trading white, my fears. Buy high, sell low. That was me. That was me. Now it's CTKS structure. I buy and sell, knowing in advance where price can dwell. Green candle flashed, I used to jump. Now I wait, I track the pump. No more guessing, no more praying. CTKS trading taught me to weigh in. Liquidity traps, I used to be grilled. Now I act with a mindset skilled. I mark the zones, I see the game. CTKS burn the fear and shame. From candle chaser to meditation, trading calm with X-ray vision. CTKS show me the flow. How smart money moves, now I know. No more fake outs, no more tears. CTKS trading white, my fears. Buy high, sell low. That was me. That was me. Now it's CTKS structure. I buy and sell, knowing in advance where price can dwell. Buy high, sell low. That was me. That was me. Now it's CTKS structure. I buy and sell, knowing in advance where price can dwell. Buy high, sell low. That's no longer my way. CTKS trading is smart and it pays. Buy high, sell low. That was me. That was me. CTKS showed me the key. Decoded the structure, now I see. Buy high, sell low, yeah, that was
If you found a new knowledge gem or learnt something new, please share it in the comments. We are a community of abundance, not scarcity. If you're new, we would love for you to become part of our global family. All you need to do is smash like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and comment on what time it is now. Doing this shows that you are committed to forging a better life for yourself and the ones that you love. With financial literacy, you can become recession-proof. Trading and investing are lifelong professions. Tourists visit during bull markets only to get wiped out, but professionals stay no matter the market conditions because they know that making just 3% per week is a 365% return per year. We are the elite 1% in financial markets. You will create security and financial freedom in direct proportion to your willingness to learn and grow, and never blame. If you commit, your world will improve immediately. If you're going through a life pullback, our love and healing thoughts are with you. The sun will come out again. There is always hope. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Show gratitude and happiness, and you'll already feel richer today, and today is all we ever really have. Kate and I very much look forward to joining you again in the next video.